Welcome back, everyone. With all the attention on ceramic and professional coatings nowadays, I do them during the week. I'm tired of talking about them, and I just wanted to bring some attention back onto quality sealants. So a couple days ago, I did a video on wanting to do a series on sealants, a bracket series. We have March Madness coming upon us, and I thought we'd do something fun with sealants and make up a bracket and put sealants side by side, not to bash each other or not to put a company or a sealant down. We're just going to put two sealants side by side on a panel, and we're going to do all sorts of crap to them. We're going to test them, see how easy they are to apply, to remove. We'll just test them with chemicals and bash the hell out of them, and see how they react side by side. And then if one does a little better than the other, we'll have it move on in the bracket and go up against another one side by side. So I'm going to need your help if you want us to continue this, and we had some overwhelmingly positive feedback when I did that last video. So we're going to move on with it with your help. I want you guys involved in this series, and I'll need it in three ways. The first way, I'm going to put a list down below of all the sealants that I can remember I ordered, which is a pretty big order to go head to head. Number two, I'll want your ideas. I want your input on some of the torturous tests we could do to these sealants while they're side by side. I have a few started that I did in the last video, and I'll show you in this video here, and I want you to add a couple so we can beat the heck out of these sealants while they're side by side and see how they react. And in the third way, when I start this series, I'm not going to score them. I'm going to let you score them. At the end of the video, I'm going to look down below, and you guys tell me which sealant you think would survive the best, protect the best, and take a guess at which one may be a little bit more durable. Put it down below, and we'll have that sealant move on in the bracket. So, without further ado, let's start this video. Let's run through it. This will be a run through. These first two videos, by the way, I have so many sealants. These first two are just going to be playing videos. In other words, the winner of these first two videos will just move into a bracket. That's how many sealants we're going to have. So let's get started. Okay, our two contestants are Ardex Nano Sealant and Dr.Beasley's Premium Sealant. The Ardex Sealant is 16 ounces for 31 bucks. It is a durable protectant sealant with UV protection, also good for gel coats. Dr. Beasley's is 12 ounces for $24. It is a polymer protection sealant made for clear coats. So I have two sections taped off on this panel, and we're going to put a nice healthy layer of each sealant in each section, and we'll let it cure a little bit, let it haze over. I'll come back and remove it, and then I'm going to let it cure the rest of the day, and at the end of the day we're going to come back and resume testing. First thing I look at is how easy it is to apply, how easy it is to remove when it hazes over. One or two portions of testing you'll have to rely on me to let you know what each sealant does, like the application and a removal, and some of the other adhesive tests we'll do later. The Dr. Beasley's definitely applies a lot easier. The Ardex is very thick. Okay, give me a second. I want to grab you guys, bring you in close so you can see what each sealant looks like right after application, just as it's beginning the cure. Very healthy portion of each product on the pad and then applicated. The Ardex looks a lot thicker even upon application, and just as it's starting to cure. The Dr. Beasley's went on, it felt thin, and it looks pretty thin. They both want you to wait 10-15 minutes before removing the product, and this is what it looks like after 15 minutes. They're hazed over slightly, so we're going to see which one wipes off the easiest. Dr. Beasley's is really easy, no effort whatsoever. As you can see how the panel's moving, the Ardex is quite a chore to get off. You really have to do some scrubbing. for instance, had the tournament begun, Dr. Beasley's would have gotten the first point for ease of use right here. Now, one thing I have to do is let both of these sealants, and actually all of them, cure for a full day, and then come back at night and continue testing. And then you can see here, you can see the outline of where the sealant stopped. Both areas look nice and dark and rich. Another thing I like to do before we start beating the heck out of these with chemicals and all sorts of other tests is first see how it beads up. See how it starts to resist water. You can take notice on the Ardex side, it has real tight formative beading, and the Dr. Beasley's does its own way of resisting water. This next test was at the request of one of you guys. I appreciate that, and I want more. I want to know what you guys want to see while these sealants are side by side. So I'm going to attach a portion of the tape, pull them off, and see which one resists. I could use masking tape, I could use duct tape with a much stronger adhesive. The Ardex came off easily with no resistance, but you guys let me know what you want to see. This idea here came from a bunch of cars that came from a parking lot with graffiti damage, and I can also just spray the area with a bomb can and see how that comes off as well. But I'll put a drip of touch-up paint on each panel, and I'll see which one is easier to remove with quite a few different methods. I'll first try and blast it off with pressure washer, and then I'll come in with just a microfiber towel, and if I have to, I'll use a chemical. And I can tell you, if any of those cars had a decent sealant or some kind of protection, it would have made the job much easier. And although both sides were very close, resisting chemicals from different paints, the Ardex side was just slightly easier to remove when I finally got to the microfiber. You'll take notice over here, it just doesn't take as long or as much effort to get the paint off, and that would have been helpful. Especially with 12, 13 cars and trucks that had not so uplifting words bomb canned on the side in fluorescent. In between each test, I also like to torture the sealants a little bit, giving it a good blast with a pressure washer up close. This here would give me just a little bit of an idea of how each sealant would resist fast, free-flowing water, like repeated rainstorms and such. Now, to me, the Ardex side is a bit more hydrophobic, but I'll leave that call up to you guys. Okay, the first chemical I like to unleash on the sealants is the Purple Power Vehicle and Boat. It's definitely not your pH neutral, safe for waxes and sealants type of wash. It's a TFR. It's made to get some real nasty stuff off the side of your car and boat. So we're going to introduce that first. And before we move on to the other chemicals, we're just going to see if any of the sealants were affected by the Purple Power. The Ardex side, the beading is still nice and tight, seems to have some pretty good protection. And to me, the Dr. Beasley's looks like it's losing its edge just a little bit. We're going to keep stepping it up. We're going to hit each section with an IP wash. Next, we're bringing in Citral 266, which is such an effective degreaser that I usually flush the clear coat or the area that I use 266 on afterwards. Okay, the areas have been tortured with numerous chemicals, strong chemicals. I've run the pressure washer at close range quite a few times in between tests, so let's dry it off and see if any of these sealants have survived. So when we have sealants that can survive up to this point and beyond, I want some more torturous tests that you guys can come up with that I can include in our testing here. Just let me mist a little bit of water on here and see if any of the sealants survived and can still protect. I want you guys from now on in to tell me which sealant you want to move on to the next round. The tight beading is now visibly gone from both sides, so I'm going to introduce some fast, free-flowing water from the washer and see if we get a little bit of a hint if there's any protection that way. Myself at this angle, I could see a little bit of beading on the Ardex side, but we're going to bring some water in, and if there's no protection, it'll just sheet. If there's protection, we'll be able to see that. Dr. Beasley's has completely degraded at this point. I believe I could see a tiny fleeting moment of fight from the Ardex side, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Okay, so this was another good test. These sealants had a lot of similarities, and that was good because we're going to get some sealants that are close like that. So I want to know which sealant you think was better and should move on. I also want to know, I want your input on some other gruesome tests we could do to these sealants and really beat them up and see how they react. And then I also want to know which sealants you want to see go head-to-head with the list I put down below. And if you have any other questions, don't hesitate. I get back to everyone. Just give me a little time and I'll get back to everyone. It's getting a little bit harder as time goes on because I'm not getting notifications anymore. I have to physically look through each video and see if there's new comments because I don't want to miss any. All you guys are important to me. But this is Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.